Well, I'm kind of having a hard time figuring out what I really wanted to get out for this one. I'm just sort of sitting here about 4:30 or 5 in the afternoon, evening, on Saturday, and I've just been kind of feeling like there's a lot of stuff I want to say. I'm just not so sure how to get it out. It's one of those things. I guess for starters, I wanted to get out that, or at least say something about how a lot of my friends had started to head out, for college and whatever. Let's see, Sam, Kevin's fiance, she left yesterday. He was helping her with that. Actually, I think she was the earliest. And Adrian, my friend from, well, I want to say friend from Colorado, but she's actually from here, but she's going to Colorado. She was only on vacation for like a week, and then she came. She's going back today, so she's technically going back. Um, Eric, he's not really going anywhere. He's actually right next to Lemoyne, so that's kind of nice. My friend John, his classes are starting Monday, and he's going to be heading up to the apartment that he and Mike had rented out, probably sometime either this weekend or next week. So, he and Mike, even though they go to different colleges, their classes start the same day. And I still don't have classes for another week, so myself and whoever else is still left is just going to sort of be twiddling our thumbs, biding time. It's kind of what today was about, actually. It's probably why I'm suddenly feeling like I need to say stuff, because I'm just sort of sitting here in my own thoughts, and I'm just like, I need to clean this out. Yeah, alright, so this week was really kind of big. Like, okay, yeah, my friend from Colorado came, a friend from here who was in Colorado came this week on vacation, and sort of sparked a lot of just friend communication and hanging out and stuff. Strange thing is, I really wasn't doing a whole lot of hanging out with people before this week. And then suddenly I'm just like, oh man, I need to hang out with Kevin, I need to hang out with Eric and JC and everything. So, I don't know, it was kind of nice. Actually, no. See, I say I don't know because it was sort of like this weird blank spot. It's not that I don't know. I actually do know that was very, very nice to see everybody this week. I don't know. It comes out as just one of those awkward placeholders. Sort of like how some people just say, and stuff like that. And, so, yeah, this is a pretty big week, though, and honestly, this whole summer, I'm looking back on it, was a lot heavier than last summer's. I mean, last summer had a lot of stuff going on, and I think the reason I felt like this summer was heavier because I had a lot more time to myself. I was in my own head a lot more this summer. Last summer I was autopiloting a lot last summer because I had, a 40-hour-a-week job, and that takes up a lot of time. And even on the weekends, I couldn't do a whole lot. I definitely tried. I mean, it was the weekend. It was my own time to get off and work and do stuff. So I tried getting a hold of people and doing stuff, but at the same time, a lot of people had work of their own and stuff. I had a job this summer and everything. It's just, it was only when they needed me, so I was home a lot more, or I was just simply not having to autopilot so much, so I was really just actually conscious and aware for a lot more of the summer than I was last summer. The most activity that happened last summer was when I took that 1 week trip up to, go see a friend up north. And that was pretty heavy just because, the trip was really nice because it was like, oh, train for the first time. But, yeah, the heavy part was sometime in the middle of the week. Yeah, I remember it was a Wednesday on my dad's birthday, because I actually wasn't here. I wasn't at home on my dad's birthday last summer. And he called me earlier in the day and told me that he'd just gotten our dog, Thunder, back from the vet, and the vet said that, he's got cancer all over the place, and he probably won't last too long. And my dad told me he might not be alive when you come back home. And he felt like, because he's your dog, I figured I should tell you, and I'm sorry if I kind of dampened your vacation or anything like that. And so I really didn't know how to react to that, like at first, and then it kind of sank in. I couldn't hold it, and no, it was tears and whatever. And then eventually later that day, he ended up calling me back, and he told me Thunder had died, and this was this was bad for me. I'm thinking, but I'm trying to think of what it's like on the home front. Here at home, when this is all going on. This is my dad's birthday. This is all happening. Wow, like that's. I mean, jeez. So, last summer, that 1 week was really just like the main thing for that whole summer. Then it was like, yeah, I made a lot of money, but I I was not like there. I didn't. I think the reason I felt the most uncomfortable with construction is because I didn't feel like myself. I wasn't in my own self. Like I said, it was just autopiloting the whole time. Um, it was construction work. I mean, it's just kind of what it turns into after a while. Yeah, this summer though, this summer's been very focused inwardly. This is sort of like the continuation of my ability to just sort of look into myself and kind of discover who I am and all, and a lot of stuff has come out of that. But like with how I regard myself in terms of my friends and stuff, and I feel like I still really don't know how I feel about a lot of them. I mean, I've known a lot of them for a while, in high school and everything, and back in high school there was this one period of time when I was kind of. I'll probably get another video on this because this is a whole other story by itself. Um, but there's basically I was feeling like emotions held people back from being what they could really be. So I always looked at emotions as a weakness in human nature. And that was I look back on that and I'm like, that was kind of a silly thing to think back in high school. Um, but I'm kind of like, parts of me are starting to feel it again. It's not so much like I feel that it's a weakness as much as I'm beginning to understand it as a weakness because I don't feel as much as I used to. I'm beginning to feel a lot less, and I can see it in a lot of my friends' reactions to me. They can see that or maybe they've been noticing it all along. I've just become less responsive with some things. And if they haven't, that's fine. I mean, I'd rather them think that everything was okay. Not that everything isn't, as much as just I kind of feel like I'm moving in this direction that I had not intended to move in. The whole numbing thing. So, but, with that said, I felt this week. Like, this week was really powerful. With how heavy the summer was, this week was like last summer's week, but better in the sense that it was all positive energy, and it's just kind of to show me emotions don't make you weak. That's pretty much what this week was showing me, and it was just really, really incredible to just get to be with these people again. And especially to see Adrian again because I haven't seen her in like 6 months or something. And Kevin I hadn't seen pretty much all summer. I'd seen him in a couple little things here and there, but and he was like he was like my brother for most of my college career so far. And I just didn't hang out with him at all this summer. And then when I saw him this week a bunch of times, it felt so good again. And I don't know. So I guess these are kind of like my closing remarks on how I feel like the summer's gone. It's not over yet. There's still a week to go. We're still trying to get whoever's left to get together and do some stuff. But yeah, I think this is kind of like my closing remarks on this summer so far, because it's effectively over. And I don't know. I feel like this summer was. Here, this is a good analogy. It's like. This is sort of an analogy I think only a couple of my friends will get, but I think this is for them anyways. I kind of felt like I leveled up this summer. That's what I feel like. I feel like the summer was a level up. Like, it's not. You don't level up in real life from getting older, as far as like 1 year than the next. You level up from just experience, as you would in any other situation in or out of real life where you would level up. it's just an accumulated amount of experience, and eventually you just hit this point where you feel that experience that you've gained, and you're like, I feel like I'm more than I was, and that's not a bad thing. And that's kind of what I feel like this summer's amounted to. And this week was sort of to show me what it amounted to. Like, I don't think I would have realized had this week not been what it was. So, I'm really glad everything went as it did, and I think I'm really ready for this semester. Like, before I was kind of unsure, but now I can take it on full speed and everything. So yeah, I think that was just this, just the closing remarks on my summer and everything. I'll probably come back with a couple other updates and stuff before school starts, and hopefully next time I'll have something a little less, I don't know, strange. I feel like this was just like a really long-winded update, so hopefully I'll have something better next time.